OFM Sport.
Richard, welcome back to Bloem. I think this is probably the quickest turnaround that you've been to Bloem and back.
Definitely.
Last time was with Neels of Georgia, Black Line this time. Two totally different sets of games, different objectives. How good is it to be back?
Oh yeah, I mean, look, it's the one of the heartlands of South African rugby. I know the Cheetahs have been excluded out of that a little bit because of URC. No, we enjoyed it here with the national team. I've been here with Edinburgh previously in the URC. It's, as you can see, the weather's amazing. Cheetahs are a good team. They're well run, and it's great experience for some of our younger Georgian players to come here and experience South African rugby, but playing against a big physical team. And it'll just deepen our experience for our younger players that haven't been here before.
And I mentioned the objectives are different. Both teams playing in the EPCR Challenge Cup.
Yep.
We touched on with a draw earlier where both teams were at one stage, looked like they would be grouped, but unfortunately those weren't the rules.
Yeah. But
good opportunity for both teams to test themselves against opposition that they could eventually face later in the comp.
Yeah, definitely. Look, the European stuff is really important for both teams. Obviously, Cheetahs are a bit like ourselves. We're trying to find our place in world rugby where we can compete in a real meaningful competition from a week-to-week basis. Look, the Challenge Cup will be really important for us. We've got a few guys here that will be in the test squad, so they'll get valuable game time leading into the November tests against USA, Canada and Japan. So this is a really important couple of games for us, which will lead for, like I say, experience for our younger guys, but our senior guys that'll be in the national team, they'll get some valuable game time going into the first test match against USA.
And you guys might just be on the front foot a little bit in terms of, you played the Cheetahs earlier in the year.
Yep.
They haven't quite faced Black Line. They've played against a couple of your lads.
Yes.
So you probably have a bit more better data than them, and you know how to analyse them a lot better.
Yeah, look, we've got some footage of theirs, obviously from Currie Cup. They'll have very little from us because we're pretty unknown. I mean, our footage is pretty hard to get hold of. So look, we played Zebre and Treviso in September, which was another great experience away from home in Italy. So look, we know that Cheetahs are a powerful team. We know that they'll come into the game as favourites to win. But like I say, for us, it's about putting our best game on the field, getting our lads experience and exposure to this level of rugby, which we haven't had previously, and for us to keep moving forward and improving as a Black Lion team. So for us, it's a win-win. We play and we win. Brilliant. We play and we put a great performance in, and we fall short, then the experience will be great for us. So for us, the whole thing is just good for Georgian rugby, good for the Black Lions, and just making sure we keep learning and improving our squad.
And just lastly, on the improvements you're talking about, what aspects of your game do you feel might just need 1% or 2% extra improvement going forward?
Oh, game management. You know, we're quite a young nation from a rugby point of view, so we don't grow up with a rugby ball from small children. You know, a lot of our lads play in their early teenage years and start playing at a later age. So understanding the game, we need to manage our game a little bit better. We know physically we're going to be good because Georgians are very good at the combat sports, weightlifting, combat, fighting. That's their go-to as young men, and just making sure that in the context of the game we make good decisions. And that's the thing we have to learn. And the only way to learn it is to play against good teams that if you make mistakes you get punished, and if we make mistakes tomorrow night, I'm sure the Cheetahs will punish us, but we need to improve that, and it's a great learning ground for us to do that.